Hi everyone, welcome back. I decided to try and car alarm. I decided to attempt a proper Project 10 pan. I've been watching a lot of people's videos and reading people's blogs, and I just thought, you know what? I've got nothing to lose by trying this. I mean, the last time I tried to do a Project Pan, I was really way too ambitious, and I think keeping it down 10 products, or thereabout, as I'll explain soon, I think keeping it to a smaller amount of product and not trying to be overly ambitious with what I'm trying to accomplish and just being realistic with myself. I've actually started using this notebook in the last month or so, and I actually made a list of all of the items that are on my Project 10 Pan round 1. So let me go through here in the order that I have them. My first thing on my list was this Revlon Color Burst Lip Butter in Cotton Candy. This is a really pretty pink color. I've got it on my lips today. I really like the lip butters. They feel good. They're good products. I just have so many lip products that I really wanted something that I knew I could use without needing a mirror to apply, so that I would be encouraged to use it more often. I think I'm going to have a really hard time getting through some of my lipsticks because some of them do require a very precise application. Something like the Color Burst does not. And I do actually have a couple of the Color Bursts, but this is my first one to try and get through. The next thing on my list is actually a perfume, which I'm half through, and this is the Ralph Lauren The Big Pony perfume number 2. This is a really pretty spring scent, very floral, sweet. There's notes of cranberry in this, which is what drew me to it in the first place. However, I've had it for over a year. I don't remember when I got it. It might have been a year and a half ago, maybe even 2 years ago. And I found my one from Philosophy that I like a lot, so I'm just going to encourage myself to use this one up completely. The next thing I have is a hair product. This is the Pantene Pro V Overnight Miracle Hair Serum. I don't have a lot left. I'd say it's probably down to about here. It was just kind of sitting on my shelf and I wasn't using it, so I definitely put that on my list to encourage myself to use it. The next thing I have is a night cream, and this is the Korres Greek Yogurt Advanced Nourishing Sleeping Facial. And I used this last night. It's over half empty, but there's still quite a bit of product in there, so can't wait to use that up. The next thing I have is my Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. The reason this is on my list is because I found 2 other ones from Urban Decay that I like so much better, and I actually really want to try the Chill one. Because I have the D-Slick and I have the Vitamin Prep Spray, which I really love. I got the little little skinnier travel size ones. I want to use this one up so that I can buy the full size of the D-Slick and get a sample or try the Chill one. So this is probably about here, so it's definitely more than half full. So I've been trying to use that up every day when I've been applying my makeup. The next thing I have on my list is the classic Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. The reason I chose this is because I really like the anti-aging one, and I've been reaching for that one most often. So I thought, well, I might as well get this one gone so that I can concentrate on the one that I really like the most. Now, this is where things get a little weird, and I've been keeping all my stuff in this little tiny container I got at Target for $1. Super useful. I chose 3 mini size mascaras to use up because they are probably about half done already, so I just thought I would concentrate on using them up completely. I have one from Clinique. This is a lash doubling mascara. I have one from Makeup Forever. This one came with the birthday gift, which I got about a month ago. And this is a sample size of the Benefit Bad Gal Lash. And so I basically chose 3 in place of 1 mascara to use. same thing with mini size primers. I chose Benefit Professional, I chose Tarte Clean Slate Poreless, and I chose this one, the Becca Evermatte Poreless Priming Perfector. Now, I have a couple of other products that I think are going to take me a little bit longer. This is Benefit Powder in Me Vein Champagne. This is too dark for my skin. This came from in one of the Benefit sets that also had a foundation which was too dark for my skin, and I ended up giving that away. And a concealer, which I actually really loved because it came with a lighter concealer and a darker concealer, and the lighter concealer is perfect for me, so I have that in one of my purses right now. I'm decided to make it a goal to finish this up so I can toss this packaging. The next thing might be a little bit shocking, and I'm not realistically expecting to finish this completely because this is a heavy duty palette. Yes, you are not mistaken, this is the Naked palette from Urban Decay. I love Naked 2, it's the one I constantly reach for along with the Naked Basics palette. I also really like Naked 3. I'm not crazy about Naked 1. I find it really boring. And the problem with that is that I was not using it. And there's barely a dent in any of these shadows. The one I've used the most is the Gold Half Baked, and I usually Virgin as a highlight. That's the one at on the very far end here. Most of these I've used maybe once or twice. They are so pigmented, so you don't need to use a lot of shadow, which is part of the problem, is that you really don't hit pan or use these up completely unless you are using it very frequently. So my goal is to try and hit pan on all of these shadows. I don't have a date set for that one. I feel like this is my 10th item on my Project 10 pan list, and my goal is to try and hit pan on as many shadows as I can. However, because you don't need so much shadow, it's going to take a long time to get through it. However, there's no time like the present, right? So I'm gonna keep trying that one. I made a promise to myself to not purchase any other shadows for a while right now. I have a huge collection of Urban Decay palettes. I'm obsessed with them. If Urban Decay releases anything new, like I bought the electric palette, if Urban Decay releases anything new in the upcoming months, I will allow myself to purchase that, particularly if it is limited edition. But my goal is going to be to try and work through this and, you know, not break it and have it crumble. So there's a couple other things I wanted to say. I've been making some notes in my little book about things that I wanted to say in videos, and even some videos that I wanted to do. So one thing I wanted to address with doing Project 10 Pan is that the reason I'm doing it is because I have so many products, because I am a shopping addict. And the thing that some people don't seem to understand is that shopping can be an addiction like a lot of other things. Like you hear about people who, you know, maybe something equivalent would be like gambling, and the high people get from gambling and winning and, you know, even losing. It's that gotta try again, gotta try again, gotta try to win. Well, that's kind of the way I am with beauty products. I gamble my money away on some things, and sometimes it's a win and sometimes it's a lose. And with some of the products I get that are loses and that I can't return, then you're out the money, and then it often sits on a shelf and doesn't get used unless it can be given away or whatever. So I just wanted to address that and say that shopping is an addiction for me because it really is my vice. Like makeup, skincare, that kind of stuff, that is my vice. That is what I spend my money on. I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't smoke, you know, etc., etc. This is what I do. And that's what I need help reining it in, because it's gotten a little bit out of control. Because, you know, I watch so many of these YouTube videos where people are buying so many products, and I love watching hauls, and you see people who are spending like $400 or $500 at Sephora, and I'm like, oh my god, I want those things. And what ends up happening some of the time is I will go buy some of those products because, you know, YouTube made me do it. And so being part of the YouTube world kind of feeds the addiction. So I'm really hoping that my Project 10 Pan will inspire somebody else who's watching this, who maybe feels the way that I do, who feels like, you know, beauty products are an addiction, and you really need support to get through this. And I think some people do think it's kind of a joke. If anyone had told me that they were obsessed with makeup, I would have laughed and said that they were stupid, like, and ridiculous, because, you know, there's so many other problems in the world. And that's the thing that really irritates me too, is that just because my problem might seem superficial and first world problems doesn't necessarily mean that it's meaningless. My problems are my problems and have to be evaluated that way and not compared to somebody else. So anyway, this is going to be a struggle for me, but I'm really going to try to get through it. If you want to hear updates about this particular project 10 pan, if you want to hear about my rules for my no-buy or what I'm doing to keep myself motivated, leave me a comment, let me know what you'd like to see from me. I would love to hear from you. I'm really hoping to be able to reach out to some people and to develop some friendships. I'm also hoping to introduce a new person to my channel coming up soon, and also introducing some fashion kind of style aspects to my channel from a different perspective, so that's very new and exciting. Anyway, I'm very, very grateful to you for watching. If you liked this video, please think about giving it a thumbs up. I am very, very appreciative of everyone who stops by and presses click to watch my video. I will see you in the next one. Bye!